Okay. Hello. Hello. Test 1 2 3. Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Arina. We can hear you.
Yes, Miss Arina, I can hear you clearly.
Mr. Zahir, are you okay? Are you there?
Hello. Can you see my video?
No. I'm afraid that there's no video of you.
Wait, I checked my internet connection. Hello? Can you see me now?
Yes.
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 Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, indeed
Uh,
my video works clearly. Can you guys hear me?
sorry, Mr.
Hello?
Faqimin. What is
Yes.
that?
Hello? Do you guys hear
I
me?
cannot hear you. Can you repeat again, Mr. Faqimin? I cannot hear you.
Can you guys hear me? I'm
Yes.
speaking.
Yes, yes. I can hear you.
Okay. Let's
If everyone is here, I think that we can proceed with our meeting today.
Sure, sure.
Yes. Sure.
I'm ready.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all. Thank you to all of you guys for being present in this meeting. We are here to discuss about Project Alpha under Surya Holding Sendirian Berhad. Surya Holding is now venturing into the educational and entertainment sector. Aim for this project is to fulfill the educational and entertainment needs of Generation Y, Z and Alpha population. So now can we start this meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Faqimin.
Are there any apologize for those who were absent to the meeting?
So thank you, Mr. Faqimin. For today's meeting, Mr. Fikri Firman is not with us. He is away for long-term project. So I have received apologies for the absentees from all the committee members from the previous meeting, as they were informed about the takeover for this project.
Okay, alright. Thank you, Miss Arina. So now can we proceed to the next agenda of this meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Uh, I have called this meeting to consider a takeover of Project Alpha that was previously handled by Mr. Shafiq Imran team. The purpose of this meeting is to amend a few items from the previous meeting, and also we will decide on the selected site for our Project Alpha.
So, to begin with, I'd like to go through the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on the 16th March at Al Sham's meeting room. So, there was no absentees and all committee members were absent. First of all, I would like to start with the greetings and the opening, which the meeting was called to order at 9 a.m. by the chairman, Mr. Fikri Firman, and he thanked everyone for making time on such short notice. So for the second part is the briefing on the Project Alpha. The chairman briefed the committee on the latest investment to be made by the Surya Holdings Sdn Bhd, which was our Project Alpha. So the Project Alpha is aimed to meeting the educational and entertainment needs of the Gen Z and Gen Alpha. The committee was informed that the approximate cost for this project was about 150 million. So thirdly, the report on the three potential sites for Project Alpha. So firstly, Mrs. Fatin reported on three potential sites for Project Alpha. The first site with the potential to be developed and turned into Project Alpha was a forest reserve named Bukit Belacan in Ampang, Selangor. It is located um, about 15 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur and accessible by car. and it is now currently closed to public for a total refurbishment. So the second site was an empty green hilly land in Bukit Kor, Terengganu. Bukit Kor is a combination of, I'm sorry, the second site was an empty warehouse in Pasir Gadong, Johor. The empty warehouse is about 5,600 meters square. It is only 18 kilometers from Singapore, 32 kilometers from Johor Bahru, and 41 kilometers from Skudai, Johor. So the warehouse was used to store heavy machinery in the past. So thirdly, the third site was the green hilly land in Bukit Kor, Terengganu. The Bukit Kor is a combination of hills and flat green land with adventurous curve and turns. So it is located in Marang and about 200 kilometers from Kota Terengganu. So these all three sites are underdeveloped and yet possess unique, attractive features that could attract crowds. And Mrs. Judy suggested that the committee be given 2 days to visit each site in order to experience themselves the ambience of the place firsthand. So for the suggestions for project, the committee was informed that Soria Holdings is aiming for an educational cum business venture for which the purpose site could be a place where global technology meets nature in a dynamic symbiosis. So Mr. Benjamin also proposed that the committee be given 2 months to research all those three sites and their potential so that a viable business cum educational project could be put forth. So this suggestion was seconded by Mr. Al-Fatih Al-Hakim. By the time frame agreed by all members was reduced to 4 weeks. So Mr. Ramadan suggested that each committee members bring a proposal for of the project with the approximate cost and relevant supporting documents for our next meeting. So the committees agree that an environmental impact assessment (EIA) for each project be obtained and presented in the next meeting. So for any other business, Mr. Fikri Freeman suggested that another staff member should be put in his place as he has been assigned for the Langtengah project. So that's all for the previous minute meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Arina, for the explanation. Are there any announcements?
Yes, Mr. Fikri. Based on the previous meeting, the opening of the meeting was actually done by Mr. Faqimin, not Mr. Fikri. And the spelling of Surya Holding was misspelled as Surya Holding in the suggestion section.
Okay, Ms. Ain, I will make the corrections.
Uh, can I just say something here? I think there is a slight error in the name of the second site for the project, which is misspelling in Pasir Gudang location.
Thank you, Mr. Zahir. I will make that correction.
Uh, are there any other announcements for the previous meeting?
Yes, sorry for interrupting, Mr. Faqimin. If I'm not mistaken, the approximate cost for this project is 250 million, isn't it? Not 150 million. And also, I think there is correction need to be done in item 3.3, where the actual distance of Bukit Ko from Kota Terengganu is actually 17 kilometer, not 200 kilometer, Miss Arina. I think you should take a look on that matter.
Oh yes. Thank you, Ms. Zakierah, for the correction.
Yes, sure.
So, will someone move that the meeting of the minute to be accepted?
I propose that the minute of the last meeting to be accepted.
I second the motion.
I think yes, I have no objection to.
Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to item 2 of the agenda. So, any matter arising, please be aware that only one person can speak at a time. So, anyone would like to start? Miss Ain, would you like to start for our potential project site?
Yes, Mr. Faqimin. I would like to start first by suggesting an empty warehouse located in Pasir Gudang, Johor. This place is an ideal place to perform an entertainment and educational activities because it has a huge huge space to accommodate a large number of people at the same time. It is an empty warehouse that has not been used for a very long time. I think we can use this empty warehouse as an entertainment and educational place, and reconstruct this warehouse into other facilities for our project.
Excuse me, Miss Ain. I suppose you are right, but let's look at it from another angle, such as it was needed to rebuild the warehouse. And also, according to the result from environmental impact assessment, the additional traffic load from the transportation of machineries, construction material would make the traffic condition in the area self hazardous.
Sorry, I overlooked this matter and I actually see no objection to this part. Thank you, Mr. Zahir, for noticing this matter.
Hmm. Yes. I am also have to agree with Mr. Zahir because due to that fact that a bigger cost is needed for that particular site. Okay, I will take that into my consideration. Thank you, Miss Ain. So now can we proceed with the potential fact by Miss Zakierah?
Yes, okay, thank you, Mr. Fakimi. Okay, the second potential site for our Alpha project is Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve in Selangor. And within my 2 days there, based on my finding, I think that I found this site can be easier for people to reach there as it is in the urban area, farm in Selangor. And among the three potential sites that we have been discussed in our previous meeting, I think this site has the highest potential to attract the crowd. If we look at the number of visitors that will come here in future, as this place is accessible by car and only located 15 kilometer away from KL. And however, during my visit, I noticed that this place has many highlight landscaping along the riverbank, such as the gazebos and the footpath that have been seriously damaged by the storm and floods in 2012. I think that this issue uh, might exceed our cost in order to reconstruct the facilities and to build the new one for our project. Yes, we know that this place is now in for the is closed for total refurbishment. But what if that this matter like storm and damage repeat again in future? We didn't know, right? So I think we need to remove this site in order to maintain our cost and our budget. And also, there were many monkeys and many wildlife there. I don't think this is good and comfortable for our future client and us either. And moreover, based on my research on the environmental impact assessment (EIA), the discharge from the outfall and humidity due to the construction and development, um, this will might introduce additional loading to the surrounding area, which lead to the water pollution in future.
Um, I actually also think that this place is hard to reach due to the poor road, and the cost for creating new roads might need high labor intensive and cost. We also need to ensure the high level of safety aspect for our clients. Since this place is quite far from the city, the safety security is not too tight, such as the client can be exposed to wild animal attacks like monkey. And if we look at the educational aspect, this place usually cannot support a good internet coverage. So in this COVID-19 pandemic era, every educational sector now use a online platform for every student. So that will cause me to disagree with this side.
I think you're right, Miss Ain. I do not think this site is suitable for those that are not adventurous. But can you clarify more about the safety aspect?
Um, Sorry, allow me to rephrase that. I went to Bukit Belacan before it was closed for refurbishment. There are a lot of slippery rocks along the river and many wild animals there. I am afraid that it will cause a problem for our client in the future as it is quite dangerous and risky terrain.
Yes, I feel the same way too. Thank you for the clarification, Miss Ain.
Okay. I think I uh, I think I also agree with suggestion by Ms. Ain because like a higher level might be needed for the construction of the road. So from there, I think that I need to say that do you guys agree to remove this site from our proposed project?
For me, that is exactly the way I feel, Mr. Faqimin. Because I don't see there are many advantages if we proceed our project there, and plus the development and construction in the area might affect the habitat of the wildlife there, and the worst scenario, I am worried that the monkeys will attack the whole site in the future, and we might need to face the huge loss due to the no crowd that will coming in our how to say um in our site if we choose Bukit Belacan to proceed our project.
Yes, that is exactly what I am thinking about too. I am with Miss Zakierah to remove Bukit Belacan as our potential site. How about Mr. Zahir?
I agree entirely with you guys.
Okay. I see there's no objection here, so we will proceed to remove Bukit Belacan from our list. So, do take note of this matter, Ms. Arina.
I will do so, Mr. Fatima.
Okay, so next, I believe we have come to the last suggestion side. So, can you proceed, Mr. Zahid?
Yes, Mr. Fakim. I would like to suggest which for Bukit site Kuala Bukit Kuala it is a suitable place for the educational and entertainment sector as this place has a diverse natural ecosystem, which is for sport activity and research that is related with biological diversity. I think it estimated it's about 3 million for 2 hectare of the landscape that this budget still our project provided.
I think you got the point there, Mr. Zahir, but I'm afraid that you might overlook this environmental impact assessment, yeah, regarding this matter, Mr. Zahir. That the fact that the natural view landscape of this hill might be changed and cause heavy erosion if we do not plan the landscape development properly here. And other than that, I think I'm with Mr. Zahir on this. I think we can choose Bukit Core at Terengganu for our project alpha.
Yes, I am also agree with Mr. Zahir and matters that have been mentioned by Ms. Zakierah. I think the project will go smoothly. We have a good and proper plan for the landscape and the construction development in Bukit Kom.
I think both Ms. Zakira and Ms. Ain has a point that for the justification.
Okay, thank you guys. So could you give me a minute to conclude each site that will be used for our project? Okay, thank you for waiting. So I think from this meeting, I can conclude that the most suitable suggestion site for our project is by the Bukit Core at Terengganu. So this is because of the facilities that provided suitable place for educational and entertainment sectors that have natural ecosystem that are suitable for extreme sport activities, and also by the research, and also this site has achieved our main objective of the project. Furthermore, Bukit Ko also has been given to UMK as an agro farmland for most students in doing their project, especially in Nadi Kelulu, Botanical Garden, and so on.
Oh, really? I didn't know that Bukit Core has been given to UMT. Okay, I think that we have strong agreement here. Since UMT also is well known in educational sectors, especially for their fisheries and agriculture. And I think this will give us advantages as well as to fulfill the aim of Surya Holdings for developing the educational and entertainment needs for Generation Y, Z, and Alpha population.
So now, congratulations to Mr. Zahir. The proposed site is selected for our project Alpha. So I can believe that we can take this project seriously and make sure the flow is run smoothly. I am also hope that both Ms. Zakierah and Ms. Ain will give full cooperation with Mr. Zahir to make sure that this project is successful.
Yes, sure, Mr. Faqimin. Do not worry that we already expert in this kind of project.
Sure, Mr. Faqimin, I will give my full support and cooperation with Mr. Zahir in this project.
Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, so I need to clarify now. Can we continue discussing any other suggestion regarding this project? If you guys have anything, I can speak here.
Um, is there any required standard operation procedure for the site visit? Because as we all know that now we are facing the now we are in the pandemic era. So we are facing the difficulty in surveying the site visit as our project required us for interstate travelling.
Mm, yes, yes, it is subjected to COVID case as well because due to high number of cases now, we need to wait for government approval in doing any activities that are related to communities influence. So everyone must follow the standard operation procedure that has been stated by the government.
Sorry, Mr. Fakimin. In my trip during a survey on Bukit Belacan to in Selangor, I've been facing the difficulties to cross the district during this pandemic era and due to the movement control order and so on. So, how about Miss Ain and Mr. Zahir? Do you guys have these difficulties too? Since the police kept asking me during the roadblock, and yes, we got no approval letter from PDRM and from the company itself. So, how can we fix this, Mr. Fakim?
Mm. I feel the same way too with you, Miss Zakierah. As when I was my way to visit the Bukit for Terengganu, there was some what this roadblock making it hard for me to visit and survey the surrounding environment of project site recently. If the reason I did to the police now, I might be charged for violating the law or to be arrested by the police.
Uh, yes, I agree with Ms. Zakira and Mr. Zahir as we are on the same page.
Okay, thank you. So, Miss Arina, can you prepare a permission letter for me regarding this matter?
Yes, Mr. Faqimin, I will prepare the necessary documents for this matter.
Okay, thank you. So, is there any other suggestion that anyone wants to come up with?
Okay, I suggest that the suitable person to replace Mr. Fikri is Mr. Shahizan because he has a lot of experience in handling the new project from his past project.
I think yes, I need to agree with you, Mr. Zahid. Mr. Taijan is the good and suitable replacement as he already expert in this kind of project. And moreover, I'm also involved in a few past projects with him, such as the construction of Ciraf Malaysia in Legoland Johor Bahru 2 years ago, and the redevelopment of the nature park in Kuala Selangor last year, where he was the team leader, and also the person in charge for the whole main idea of those projects. And from here, I think I can see that he can handle and manage his project adequately.
Um, I also used to work together with Mr. Shahizan. I agree with the idea of Mr. I agree with the idea of Mr. Zahir of Mr. Shahid. He is actually an experienced worker. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think that's quite good actually. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Okay, Miss Arina, can you inform Mr. Shahidan regarding this matter? And we will have another meeting.
Oh, yes, sure, Mr. Faqimin. I will inform the involvement of Mr. Shahizai for this project and also our next meeting.
Okay, so if there's not any other matter, so let's bring the meeting to the close. Miss Arina, uh, can you schedule the next meeting for this project, please?
Yes, sure. Because 2 months from now, uh, I will set the time and also venue to be informed to all the committee members about our next meeting.
Um,
Yes, sure.
okay, Miss Arina, can you please fasten the uh I mean like tell me sooner for the time and venue. I afraid that I have another plan for the next 2 month plan. So I think if you can tell us sooner it's better for us
Yeah.
about the meeting.
I will construct I will I will make sure that all the committee's members have their free time for us to create our meetings for our next progress on the project.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Miss Arina.
Okay,
Thank
Miss
you,
Arina,
Miss.
I have one more thing. Could you prepare the slide for this meeting of our project so that our committee member can take a look at it, or you just prepared it already?
Yeah. Right after this meeting, I will prepare the minutes to be endorsed by all the committee members so that if there's any changes for the subject during the meeting session, everyone can just come to me for the corrections.
Okay,
Okay, sure.
I hope
Okay,
other
thank you,
committee
Miss
member
Arina.
will be available during our next meeting. So I think that's all. Is there anything else to add to or to adjourn the meeting?
No, I propose the meeting to be adjourned.
I am completely in favor of the idea.
Yes, I think that is how I see it too.
Okay, if there's nothing else to say, shall we record it a day? So from now, I declare the meeting closed. Thank you guys and see you in the next meeting.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fakimin. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Have a nice
everyone.
day.
So,
Have a nice day, guys.
thank you, Mr. Fakimin and Miss Arina.
Okay. Bye.